So today Paul Nuttall has just been announced as the new leader of the UK Independence Party, or UKIP as they like to be called. And Dan Jarvis, bravo Dan, for getting something right. Dan Jarvis said in a tweet that Labour cannot be complacent about UKIP. Now, Mr. Nuttall has said that he wants to replace Labour. This would be incredibly bad, because despite UKIP claiming they are this different party that represents the working class, they are not. They are copy and pasted Tories. All its members tend to be ex-people who were part of the Conservative Party. So this cannot be allowed to happen. Please, people of the UK, sit up and take notice. If this was allowed to happen, you would have two parties, both heavily conservative and right-leaning parties in the UK. This would be incredibly bad for the country, because then if Labour were to be diminished, and I worry that it might be, and this is why I say Dan Jarvis is right, Labour needs to take it to the fences. They need to take, in fact, there needs to be a united front between Labour, the Lib Dems and the Green Party to take it to the fences, to basically take the dog UKIP out back and shoot old Yeller in the face. It needs to be taken out and removed permanently as a political party. UKIP actually having a major presence in the Houses of Parliament would do incredible damage. And I worry that because of Brexit and the seemingly lack of nothing, shall we say, which is a good thing, by the way, because we need to remain in the single market. God, I hope we remain in the single market, because if not, we are screwed even harder. We've already had the Chancellor of Exchequer saying we are going to have to borrow even more money because of Brexit. We are looking at everyone across the country. 90% of our income is going to have to go towards a bad decision we made in June. Nothing so far of good has come from Brexit. If there is, please show it to me, because I would like to see it. And I know where Dan Jarvis is coming from. Dan Jarvis is my MP. If the working class people of the North, who overwhelmingly voted to leave, remember Barnsley, the constituency where I am from and Dan Jarvis is MP of, voted 80-20. It was the highest place in the UK that voted to leave. If the voting public decides that they are going to, that Labour has let them down, if they decide that UKIP is more appealing, which is the biggest poison chalice ever, then UKIP might very well take the North. And that could be quite terrifying, because then you would have a Conservatives to the right of you and Conservatives to the left of you, and you would have Labour, the Lib Dems and the Green Party being the only left-leaning parties in the UK left. And they would have a diminishing presence of being able to fight against many of the conservative things that have been pulled in the past couple of years, and possibly even further down the line. And with Brexit happening as well, remember, every person in this country is going to be £1,000 worse off. Things do not look good. Now, I hope that doesn't happen. But that's the reality, unfortunately, we might be looking at. And I hope that the Labour Party takes Dan Jarvis seriously. Because if they don't, they could lose the North. And that could be a big problem for Labour.